Welcome back. Right now I have Rosendo Castillo on, and he is with the Emeritus Institute. He's one of their great instructors. And the listing is accounting, but I'm finding out it's more than that. By the way, welcome. Nice to have you here, sir.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So tell me about the class that you do.
The class that I teach is called Improving Investments. And it's directed towards folks who are mostly retired, because the Emeritus program, although we welcome people of all ages, a lot of the people who are retired or close to retirement get themselves involved in the Emeritus program.
Yeah, and I have to say that all the different classes that they have here, and I've interviewed a lot of different people. This is the first time I think I've heard about one that is accounting. Am I right? At least for me, I have, or accounting related, and then investment. I think that's absolutely wonderful.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And improving investments, it's a matter of guiding the interests of students in how to preserve their wealth and having that wealth perhaps grow.
Right, right.
And how to balance that portfolio of investments that they have, their home, their insurances, the money they may have in the stock market, their IRAs, 401ks, and so on, in order to preserve wealth and make sure they have an income in these years when they're already retired or close to retirement.
Now, what is your background? Is it obviously something in the world of finance or accounting?
When I left the Army, way back in, I won't say the year, I went to UCLA, go Bruins, to get my MBA, Master's in Business Administration. Yeah. And I went to work in the banking area. And in the banking area, I moved all the way from international banking, mostly in Latin America. I was able to go to London for a while, to Canada, to the oil patch, private banking down in Los Angeles, international banking again in Miami, where I worked for a while. I also got myself involved in mortgage lending. And all of that has given me a tremendous amount of experience in the area of finance. And I was very fortunate moving from Miami 2 years ago, where I used to teach at Miami-Dade College in the area of management. That Saddleback College hired me to be one of the 3 instructors in this area of improving investments.
And you know, every once in a while I'll listen to a finance show or some finance people that I know. And I think one of our greatest disservices that we do, and they've talked about this, that we should be teaching this in high school. So kids who are teens in high school, when they get out of high school, they already have a good basis of money management.
Yes.
Of course, they don't do that. Yes, there's some finance courses and things like that, but it should be something that is almost mandatory. And it's great that you're doing this, because there are people who throughout their lives maybe never took a course like this, and they may have a finance person and an accountant and all that, but to understand it and bring it all together, I think is wonderful.
Well, I agree with you. I think it's, you know, high school is a very important part of your educational process, because from there, either you're going to go to the university or you're going to go to a technical school where you're stepping into your career and to what is going to be the basis of your life for years to go. And to have a basis in your very basic finance management, so you don't make mistakes. Little things like they're going to be buying their first car. They're going to be establishing their first checking account. They're going to be establishing their first savings account. So all of those things that I think that would be wonderful if they were to be taught at the high school, at least in a very basic way, but at least give them an understanding of what they're facing, something that is going to be important for their pocketbook.
Be important every day in their life, for the rest of their life.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I think what you're doing is wonderful. Of course, Emeritus, if you're 18 and up, people can go there, but you primarily serve this community. And again, to give people that maybe that basic information that they never had
Yes.
is wonderful because they're at a time in their life when hopefully they still have enough time left. They can kind of figure out what's going on and maybe change a few things. Yeah.
One of the things that I've found teaching this course is that the diversity of knowledge of my students. And I found that so many of them have tremendous experience. And when I teach the course, I try to make it one in which we all participate.
Yeah.
It's not just a one-way, but a two or a three-way experience.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my students have had many, many years of experience in trying to manage their portfolio. We may be filling gaps in their knowledge, or they, because of their experience, they add a richness that might be lacking otherwise.
Yeah.
So it's
definitely.
so we teach, we talk about all kinds of things between interest rates to the movements of the market, etc. And it's a very, to me, it has been a very enriching experience teaching this course. And it's, I'm really fortunate because I actually, believe it or not, I do learn from my students.
And you know, that is the most constant theme I hear from every emeritus instructor. It does not matter if it's art or writing or something to do with finance. I hear that over and over again.
That's true.
And the main reason they all say is because the people who come to emeritus classes want to be there.
Yes.
They're not forced
That's
to,
right.
like this is part of your curriculum. You got to take that. But I highly encourage this because it's a continual benefit to learn more and more about your own personal money management. And I think it's fantastic what you're doing.
And we give them different focuses, you know, different ways to look at it. One of the things that I tell them, you know, don't just look at the stock market and what your portfolio is. Remember, your wealth is also your pensions,
Yes. Yeah.
your Social Security,
Yes.
the savings that you have in the bank, the IRAs. All of those things are part of the wealth. You probably own already your home,
Yeah.
and it's already paid for.
Yeah.
That is a source of wealth.
Yes.
That has to be preserved and improved upon. So there's a lot of ways that you can look at the whole. You have to be holistic in looking at your investment.
Yes. I want to make sure that people understand that your course is under accounting.
Yes, it's
So
under accounting.
this is what I have here. It's accounting 229X.
That's right.
Okay. You're going to be doing this for the summer season as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So look under the accounting class and or the
Improve
accounting.
investment. That's what it is. Improving your investment.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I appreciate you coming on today and great course, really.
Thank you.
Very important. We'll be back in just a moment.